my great-grandfather came over from China. The plan was that he was going to leave his bride to be in China, and he was going to come over here and make his fortune in America, and he was going to go back and get her and live happily ever after. It was a common thing back in that time. And so he comes over here and he starts a grocery business, and he actually makes quite a bit of money. And then he starts phase 2 of the plan, but on the boat ride back home to China, he managed to gamble away everything that he owned. So needless to say, her father was not particularly happy with this series of events, but for whatever reason decides that they should still get married, and actually pays for them to get married, but in China, and then pays for them both to go back to the United States. Was like, well, you've proven you can run a business, so do that. And then he pays for one of her brothers to go along with him to make sure that he never gambles again. So, and he held to it, but it turned out that like one of the worst things that you could do in the house that my grandma and my great aunts and uncles grew up in was to be found in possession of dice or cards. Like he was like hardcore, no gambling, his whole life. So that's where this song kind of started, and then it kind of took its own direction after that. It's called Not in My House. Well, Granddaddy had a problem. They say he couldn't quit till he lost the family fortune on some kind of sure bet. But he crawled back up from nothing until his children came of age. If he caught them playing dice or cards, he'd slap their face and say, not in my house, not while I breathe. My sons ain't gonna fall into that trap that almost swallowed me. It's your life, boy, go on and waste it if you choose, but you won't do it underneath my roof. Oh, not in my house. Daddy, he's a good man, always taught the golden rule. Till my older brother David brought a boyfriend home from school. Dad said, go on and pack a suitcase, you ain't welcome anymore. Then he tossed him out like garbage, and just before he slammed the door, said, not in my house, not while I breathe. Well, this is God's law, boy, just ain't up to you or me. You can waltz right into hell if that's what you want to do, but you won't do it underneath my roof. Oh, not in my house, not in my house. Well, a man's home is his castle, I've always heard it said, and whether you like it or you don't, well, that's just the way it is. Now it's Christmas, 10 years later, and I got children of my own, and I've gathered all the family, and I've opened up my home, and then David and his husband and their kids come walking in, and Daddy starts right into screaming till I grabbed a hold of him, said, not in my house, not while I breathe. Well, you can change your mind to shut your mouth, or you can leave, 'cause that's your own flesh and blood. Go on and curse him if you choose, but you won't do it underneath my